Today was a big day for me. I was able to complete the first version of my supplement tracker app. I would like to show you guys how it works, since now I kind of have the whole thing together. And I just started the application process for the review and for the eventual moving of this app into the App Store. And then it's going to be available for beta testing. Please let me know if anybody's interested in beta testing this thing. For now, I'm just going to go with a close circuit of friends who offer to help. And so let's see what this looks like. So first of all, let's switch to morning, because the morning has more test data for me. So these are the supplements I take in the morning, and this is what inspired me to create the app in the first place. It basically picks based on the time of the day when the app comes up. When you switch to the app, it shows you one of the dosing times. You can set up the dosing times yourself in profile. It comes up with 5 defaults, which is like morning, mid-morning, noon, afternoon, and evening, and you can change the time for that. But you can also add more or delete from these. And then basically, based on the time of day, when you switch to the app, it comes up in the afternoon, because it's the afternoon, it's 4:30. But let's say it's the morning, I have more things there in the morning. It basically, when you add a supplement, you can see the default serving size that you're going to take each time of the day. So let's say if I look at vitamin C, the way it's added is the defaults are 1 for the morning and 1 for noon. So that's why it comes up with 1 for the morning, and it comes up with it doesn't come up in mid-morning at all. So vitamin C and is 1, and then you just go through, and everything you take, you mark it, and then you say, okay, I took it. And then once you say you took your supplements, it takes a record of this. The whole point of this app, one of the main things it will do for you, is that you won't forget your supplements. So in order to actually work properly, I mean, this is, by the way, the place where it took you, it just takes, it compiles a statistic, it saves what you took, it takes the doses that you took, and in a calendar, I mean, based on a date. And later on you can do statistics based on this. Let's go back here. Okay, so basically you can adjust the quantity here, because sometimes you might want to take more and sometimes you might want to take less. So how do you get these supplements in the app in the first place? One of my goals was to keep it really light on typing. I personally hate typing. I wanted this app to help me manage my supplements. I wanted it to help me not to forget taking my supplements. And I didn't build this app to teach me how to type. I don't like to type. So the way I came up with, there are a number of ways to add these supplements at this point. If you go to the supplements tab, this was the second tab. So I have the home page, which just gives you the next dosing and what you have to take, or the closest time that I have now is the afternoon. It always comes up with the closest time. It tells you what to do. The second tab is the supplements. This is the regimen that you assembled, you put together for yourself. And the way you put this together is you import it into various online databases. So I go out on the internet, and if you happen to be next to the bottle, then you can scan it. So let's see how you do that. All right, so I scanned the bottle zinc because I knew the barcode was good on the zinc bottle. So that's what scanning looks like when it works. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for everything. Many bottles won't have a barcode, and that's basically an issue. Or I mean, they will have a barcode, but it will not work. And then I have a plan B and I have a plan C for that situation. So plan B, when the scanner didn't work, when the barcode, if the barcode works, it basically types in the barcode here and this screen will just do a search using the barcode. If that doesn't work, then let's say I type in the most descriptive way I can describe the supplement. Sugar 1000 milligram vitamin C. Okay, and it comes up with a list of matches. So this is my plan B, and from here I pick the vitamin C. So vitamin C, Sulgur vitamin C 1000 milligrams. Shows the label. It contains nothing but vitamin C in it, and it shows the other ingredients. So this is like the core function. This is how you get a supplement into your regimen. And then now I say, okay, I want to take this once in the morning, once in noon, and once in the evening, and I'm going to add these, and it's fine. It's there. It's added. Now this is how you get it. I already had this in my regimen, so I am going to delete it. But this is how you get things into your regimen. And now, so I would like to show another functionality, which is a critical piece, which is another thing that inspired me to create this tool. If you go into the profile screen of this app, besides the dosing times, which we're already familiar with, I have another section here where I can say what protocols I follow. So this is basically health conditions that people are concerned about for whatever reason. Maybe they had one of these health conditions, they no longer have it, they don't want to have it again. Maybe they had cancer at one point and they don't want to fall back into it. Maybe their family members have cancer and they want to prevent cancer. They might have diabetes, or they might have pre-diabetes and they are scared of diabetes, or they might have epilepsy, or they might have a family member again and it's just scared of it to death, and they want to know what to help their friend or family member avoid. What you do by joining one of these protocols is that, as I'm finding information about these supplements online, I'm trying to identify undisputed underlying widely held scientific consensus about what to avoid if you have one of these conditions. So for example, people with active cancer, diabetes, and epilepsy need to avoid sugar. This is a very well established fact. Sugar can cause serious problems. I mean, obviously everybody knows about diabetes, but the same thing with epilepsy. It can cause seizures, and active cancer, it can help the cancer grow faster. So if I find, for example, if you mark one of these protocols, if you join one of these protocols and you buy a supplement that has added sugar in it, it's just going to give you a friendly warning, like a big red dialog box that are you sure you want to do this? Because you're taking sugar, you have cancer. Didn't your doctor tell you not to do that? We're not trying to give medical advice here. This is just helpful information. Obviously, the advice should come from your doctor. But if you're looking for a tool that helps you find dangerous ingredients for you in supplements, this tool will be useful, a useful, helpful tool that you can incorporate in implementing the healthcare that your doctor man ordered for you. So let's say an example of this. So I have all of these selected, and let's say I'm going to select. I'm going to try to import quercetin. So if I try to add quercetin, then let's see, I pick quercetin. It's going to warn me that quercetin has been identified as a carcinogen by IARC, which is an international organization that catalogs and researches carcinogens. So it's like I said, it's a helpful, useful tool. You should not base your therapy on this, but what you could do is use this app to find stuff that can potentially hurt you, and just so that you will know about it, because otherwise you might miss it. You might not know that there's something in your supplement that some database at one point identified as a carcinogen. So let's see, let's try to do another one. So if I try to add this, by the way, let's say I'm still gonna try to add this because I'm just restless, and I say I actually, in the question of quercetin, later this was corrected. It turns out that quercetin is not a carcinogen, it looks like. So let's say I know that, and I'm going to add it, and I can say, okay, violating your protocol, preventing cancer with alert non-carcinogen by IARC. Do you still want to add it? Yes. Then it will allow you to add it. So ultimately, like I said, this tool is not telling you what to do. What it does, it just gives you an additional source of information. So let's see. So here's quercetin. I'm going to delete this because I don't need this. Okay. So I would also like to show plan C. I said there's a plan A. If your scanner works, that would be the easiest thing. You just go to Whole Foods or a supplement store and just scan in the barcode, and you see all the information there. The tool is able to go out into databases, look up the ingredients, find the information, and warn you if those ingredients have any of the disputed materials in it, and it should be able to warn you. However, that will not always work. Sometimes all fails, but you still want to add the thing to your regimen. So what do you do then? What you do is, let's say my buddy is making a supplement, and let's just call it if I search for this, obviously I'm not going to find this. How could I, right? I'm going to find all kinds of things, but I'm not going to find my buddy's garage supplement. So what I do in this case is I say I can't see my supplement in the search result. And when you say that, it just gives you a full name and a brand name field. It pre-populates full name with whatever you search for. So I just, my buddy's garage supplement, I move my buddy's into brand name, and full name is garage, Joe's garage supplement, and I add it like this. So basically, this covers all the ways to add a supplement. The important thing here to understand is is that no matter what, you'll be able to add the supplement. Sometimes you'll be able to add it with a lot of information in which it can get useful information from online research databases, international organizations about the safety of the supplements. And in some other cases, when it can't find your supplement in the databases, it just lets you add it, because because no matter what you do, you want to make sure you can add it to your regimen, because there's the number one purpose for this tool. Now, obviously, since I said it many times, there's the number one purpose for this tool. It schedules a notification for you, so it alerts you 5 times a day. So if you have 5 dosing times, like in this case I have morning, mid-morning, noon, afternoon, and evening, you will get 5 alerts, and it will warn you that it's time to take your supplements. It takes you to the screen, and then you just basically take it, and you mark it, and when you submit it, as you guys could see before, it collects the results into this statistical database, where you can look at what you've been taking against a calendar. So this is what I have built in the last slow month of December. The entire IT industry came to a screeching halt, and I thought this would be a very interesting thing to try. It would be helping a lot of people. It would also be an interesting tech stack. This was built using Flutterflow and Flutter, a combination of both. I published a lot of videos how you can combine Flutterflow and Flutter development, and the backend of it was built in MongoDB, and some of the functionality was built on AWS using Lambdas. So thank you for listening. One more thing I would like to say: this entire process wasn't without its challenges, and I just like to show one of the challenges. Like I mentioned, notifications. That was definitely one of the challenges, and it took me a long time. It took me a relatively short time, although that was not too easy either, but a relatively short time to figure out how to do notifications. That's probably one of the more complex things to learn about iPhone development. But the biggest piece was to show the notifications when the app is in the foreground. That just wasn't straightforward. And here's a clip about the video I published about the jubilant moment when I finally got that to work. It was really, really frustrating to get it to work. It took me a week of trial and error. And let's see what happened. Okay, so let's see if this really does work. So I'm gonna go into my app, and what I actually did this already, but I just want to make sure I did it. So okay, I scheduled the time, and now I'm gonna schedule for 7:15. I want to get a notification. So for 7:15, I want to get a notification. I say update, and I'm using the app, so the app is in the foreground. And now let's wait and let's see if we get a notification. We don't. Wow, beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work in the simulator, because a lot of things don't work in the simulator, and sometimes it's notifications that don't work in the simulator, but it worked. So I guess this takes care of this problem, and this concludes my research into how to make local notifications work. Now everything seems to work. This was just one of the many examples of the challenges in the past month or 2 months building this app, but this was probably the most frustrating, so that's why I wanted to show the bingo moment when I finally figured it out. So now it all seems to be working. I'm doing some more testing. I started the process of asking for a review from Apple, and soon as this is gonna be in the App Store, and it's going to be opening up for more and more beta testers. Initially, just my friends are gonna help test it, and then to beta test it, and then I'm going to see if more people are interested. You can always send me a note and let me know if you're interested in beta testing this thing. I'm looking for help from more and more beta testers. Thank you so much for listening, and please subscribe to the video if you like this kind of material. I kind of showed you guys how to build a nice iPhone app, and how I struggled to figure out the technical challenges along the way, how I made things work. And I'm hoping that this is helping other people who are also trying to build their dream app, or they have a passion to build something for the iPhone. And I'm hoping this information is going to help that person. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.